Good morning, everyone. Welcome to an unedited day in the life. Megan and I are going to be just recording a random Thursday. It's October 31st. It's Halloween. So today should be a pretty average day. I'm currently getting ready to go to the gym and work out. It's 6:30. If you're new here and you haven't watched our channel before, haven't seen our videos, I'm Ciera. I have this channel with my twin sister Megan. We are both physical therapists and we live in Iowa. So I'm grabbing a couple things for my lunch and then I'll be heading out. Oh, and unedited means that we can't make any cuts or anything in the video. So I'm gonna start packing my lunch, but like I don't need you guys watching all that. Good morning, guys. Today Ciera and I are doing another unedited day in the life vlog. It is Thursday, October 31st, and don't really have anything too specific planned for the day. We're both working, don't necessarily have any plans for after work, so we'll just have to see where the day takes us. But I just gave Vegas his breakfast. I'm about to eat my breakfast, and then he gets dropped off for daycare today. So I'll probably just wait to drop him off when I'm on my way to work. I should have a pretty full day, I think, today. And yeah, that's all I have for now. Here's my breakfast. I have my last half of the muffin, and then the whole thing is done. Okay. I checked my schedule yesterday. I believe I'm all at one building today. And it seems like I have probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 people, if I'm remembering correctly. And I believe there's 5 skilled people, and then the rest are Part B people, which are just like long-term care residents, if you don't know what that means. Yeah. I was going to talk to you guys more because I'm trying to, make content for the video. What else is going on? I've been trying, this is probably like a non-existent talking point, but like most of my hobby for my after work hours this week has been trying to dive deeper into what I can possibly do to get a Taylor Swift ticket without paying as much as the resale websites are making people to pay. So I'm on Discord, I'm following Twitter accounts that have been verified, I am signed up for like lottery things that are trying to sell tickets at face value, and it's not looking good, but I'm trying my best. Because I really want to go to one of her shows I've decided, and that leaves like Indianapolis, Toronto, Vancouver. And obviously Indianapolis would be like the most ideal because like I could drive there, and then Toronto and Vancouver I'd have to fly, which will only add to the cost. And it also, again, like the hardest and most important thing is I don't have tickets to any of these concerts. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I am no closer to getting any tickets for cheaper than what they're selling them for on those resale websites, and they're probably just getting more and more expensive. And I don't know if I'm gutsy enough to be the person that shows up day of without a ticket and sees what happens. Especially, here's the thing, I would do that. I would strongly consider doing that if I had someone willing to do it with me, and Ciera is not convinced that she would do it with me. My mom would maybe go, but Iowa State has their homecoming game this weekend, and so she doesn't really want to miss that. So I'm kind of running out of options. Workout is done. This lighting is awful. Can you believe how dark it is in the morning? I feel like every year when it starts getting into like fall and winter time and then it stays darker in the morning, we're like, oh, like life gets sad in the fall and winter. Because it's Thursday, if I do get Starbucks during the work week, Thursdays are usually the day that I do it, and it's Thursday. So, got my bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, my strawberry refresher. Figured I'd munch on that while kind of talking through what I'm expecting for my day. I actually have like kind of a lighter caseload right now at work. We don't have as many skilled people right now. So it could be a slightly shorter day. I think I worked 8 hours yesterday, but Tuesday I worked like 6.5 hours. And I mean, you guys probably like have your own thoughts and opinions on how often you do or don't want to work. I'm like fine enough where it's like, it's kind of nice to have an early day off, especially like since that hasn't happened a lot recently. Like, it's nice to have slightly shorter days, so wouldn't complain if I got done a little bit early. But I do think we have some like evals coming up that maybe it would fill up today. We'll see. So good. I'm getting ready to leave to go to work. Taking Vegas to daycare, like I said earlier. 7:30. I was going to pack my lunch because Ciera and I had made some stuff earlier in the week where we each had like 3 lunches, and yesterday would have been my last day with my lunches, except I decided to buy lunch somewhere instead, so I didn't pack it and it was here. So I go to pack my lunch this morning, and guess what's not in the fridge? My last lunch, as in Ciera took my last lunch. So I'm not sure why she thought she could do that, because she knew it was mine. But I don't really have anything else to make lunch or have for leftovers. So I don't know, I guess I'll be stepping out to get lunch possibly, or if I want to just like get stuff from the vending machine at my work, I could do that, but that's not very filling. So anyways, I guess should we go drop you off? I'm killing a little bit of time before I go into work, mostly because I feel like breakfast has been getting served later, and I am trying to still look at Taylor Swift stuff, and I'm trying to convince Ciera to go with me this weekend, and let's just see what happens. So here's the thing that I know about Ciera, is she's kind of like willing to go along for the ride, but like it needs to be as low effort for her as possible, because she only kind of cares, and she doesn't care nearly as much as I do. So if we drive there, it's like a 7-hour drive, which usually we would like split up, but I feel like she would be like, I don't want to do that. So if I were to offer to drive the full way there and full way back, I think she'd be more likely to say yes. I don't want to drive the full way there and back. Like, I just don't know if I have the capacity to do that. And so my other thought was like, okay, flights to Indianapolis are really expensive, especially on like this short notice. We'd be like leaving tomorrow or Saturday. And so I was looking at local or like nearby airports close by, and I found a pretty reasonable price to fly from Des Moines to Fort Wayne, and the time of day and whatnot was going to work out pretty well. Like, it flies out tomorrow night after work, and then we get there that night, and then we could either stay in Fort Wayne for the night, or we could drive to Indianapolis and get to Indianapolis super late, because it's like a 2-hour drive between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis. And so I'm sending Ciera all this like info and stuff, which I'm sure is probably like bombarding her, but I just am like, Ciera, it'd be a good story, and like at the very least, like, we would be there present in the city. We could like do things leading up to the concert, and obviously like if we don't end up going, like, we have a weekend away is kind of how I'm trying to frame it. So we shall see if I'm able to convince her at all to do this with me. But I feel like she's been kind of putting her foot in, like, dragging her heels a little bit, so I'm not super hopeful, but I don't have anyone else I feel like I can feasibly ask to do this on such short notice. We would have to figure out something for Vegas, but I'm sure that could be figured out. Anyways, I'm gonna go to work, and maybe I will talk to you guys around lunch, and we'll see if I've convinced her at all. Okay, I just finished for the day, got done. I was like, where's my phone? It's right there, I'm recording on it. Had a pretty good day. I ended up having one person refuse to see me, which is why I am done a little bit early. It's like 3:30 right now. But I attempted them twice. I'm kind of someone who, it's like, I'm not gonna like force you to do therapy. I will say why you should do therapy, but if you say no, you say no, you know. I thought I would kind of run you through my day a little bit. So I had 3 or 4 skilled people. Those are the people who are billed Part A under Medicare, and that means they're here with a likelihood or like the desire to go home. And they had like a recent hospitalization or something that led to a decline in function. They need therapy to get better. So that went pretty well. I've got someone who is like post-stroke who's doing really well. We did some practicing, like going up and down curb steps to prepare for going up and down her steps to get in and out of her house. We did actual stairs the other day, but we just stayed in the therapy gym today.
doing some more walking. Things are going well, so that's good. I have another guy who is post-spinal fusion. Like, he has, like, a lot of his spine was fused. It's kind of crazy. So biggest thing with him is that we're working on sit-to-stands from lower surfaces. If you didn't know, standard chair height is 18 inches. And so, like, toilets are 18 inches, most chairs are 18 inches. That's just, like, the world that we live in. And so with his spine being fused, it makes it harder for him to shift his weight forward to be able to stand up from those lower surfaces. So we're working on progressively lowering the heights that he's able to stand from. I think today he, like, stood up from, like, 19.5 inches or something without assist. Had another skilled person. I had a lot of phone calls that I was doing today. We have an amputee. I had to call his prosthetist to come and see if they could raise his prosthetic up because he had swelling in his leg. So then his prosthetist came and shortened it to accommodate for the swelling, and that swelling has gone down, so now it's too short. So we need him to raise it up again because we tried to stand today and his prosthetic wasn't even on the floor. So that's not working. I called someone's family member to talk about therapy ending and plan for continuing services. Part B, because it's a long-term care resident who will stay living here, and then we'll pick them up for therapy once they have, like, a change in status that we're waiting on. I had someone who is skilled who also has a diagnosis of dementia, and he's, like, very much perseverating on, like, wanting to leave the building and go home. And so, like, almost half my session with him was trying to, like, convince him to do therapy so he could go home, because he's got to get stronger to do the things he needs to do at home. So I did end up getting him to do a little bit of stuff, but it's, like, the fine line of, like, wanting to make sure you're actually doing something therapeutic. And so I was trying to, educate him, but he's very much like, I want to go home. I don't want to do therapy. We did do some exercises, like 2 stands and, like, a little bit of walking, but it was kind of pulling teeth for that one. And then I had a Part B person. That means that's someone who is a resident in the building and is getting therapy just because, like, they had usually like a mild decline in function or something. And so this person had been transferring herself, like, from her power chair to the toilet to bed, whatever. And recently staff has been using what's called an easy stand, which is a mechanical lift to get her from one service to the other. Today, we did a stand pivot transfer from her power chair to her toilet, which is, like, the first time she's done that in a while. So, went well. Hopefully we can keep progressing her there. I already told you about my refusal. And I think, and then I had another Part B person who I saw where we're just working generally on safety awareness, balance, because she had a fall. That's why we're seeing her. So yeah, that was a kind of rough synopsis of what my day looked like. And I had another Part B person who were working on bed mobility, of trying to get in and out of bed with decreased assistance. She requires cues and stuff for, like, positioning and initiating tasks because she has Parkinson's, so it's, like, harder for her to initiate movements. So that's what we're working on. Now I think I've covered everyone. But overall, good day. One thing I will say about this job, and even, like, potentially particularly this setting, it could be, kind of the same in general for jobs where you're up and around, is, like, my day, sometimes I say it's long. So, like, I guess I can't say every day it flies by, but, like, usually it flies by. Like, to get to lunch especially, I feel like it's, like, the first 4 hours of my day are like, whoa, it's lunchtime already. And then maybe it's, like, the end of the day can drag on. But today was a good day. Vegas is at Daycare right now, so I could go pick him up, but I kind of wanted to stop at, like, Target or something first, just to mosey around. So maybe I'll do Target, and then I'll backtrack to get Vegas from Daycare. I am done with work for the day. I just decided to do a vending machine lunch, so I did not talk to you guys earlier. But it's 3:45, so I had a little bit of a shorter day. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, if anything, before I go home. Options include, I could go get my eyebrows done because I low-key have been needing to get them done. So I could see if there's, like, an appointment available soon. And then, what else? I have been talking back and forth with Ciera, as much as we can anyways, like, during the workday, about sending her stuff regarding what I thought, like, oh, maybe we could go to Indianapolis this weekend. She is not overtly saying no, but she's the one that actually brought up, like, it feels a little bit ridiculous to fly to a different airport and then drive. And so I said I only brought that up because I thought she wasn't going to want to drive. So then I was like, well, I'm okay with driving if you're okay with driving. And I've yet to hear back from her. So tickets are still nowhere to be found. There's different lotteries that I'm in, but like how many people are in those lotteries, who knows. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And I tried last weekend like looking at resale sites a little bit to see if like after the show started they dropped down at all, and I can't remember what my consensus was, so that's no use. But maybe I'll look up an eyebrow appointment and see if I can go get one in. I'm actually not gonna go do that because I just looked in my mirror to see what my eyebrows were looking like, and I did not realize how dry it was around my eyes and my mouth. I mean, it always kind of is, but I feel like estheticians don't really like when you go in and you have like any sort of skin issue going on, because then like with the waxing it might not be the best, which I'm sure it would be fine, but I might go home and just try and like do a light touch up myself because I feel like they really need some help. So we'll go home and see if we can do that, and then maybe, I don't know, I could read my book, I could do other stuff. We'll see what I can come up with. I am home. Right now, I'm laughing to myself because I'm talking to a seller that is supposed to be talking to me about Taylor Swift tickets, even though I know it's probably a scammer. It just makes me laugh because like they said they have tickets available, and then I'm saying like, okay, if you do, then leave this DM. I've like learned like what you should do, how you should buy the tickets to avoid scams. And so I was like, could you leave this DM and then go onto your phone with a screen recording and like show me where you have the tickets. And then they sent this whole thing of like, wow, that's not an actual like good way to make sure that you're not getting scammed. And then they just sent me screenshots again of the tickets. And then I was like, do you do PayPal goods and services? Because that is what everyone says to use to try and avoid being scammed, which I still have to like look up a little bit more how that works. Surprisingly, the next thing that they sent, I thought they were gonna be like, no. But surprisingly, the next thing they said was like, well, do you need the tickets quick? So I wonder if they're gonna respond being like, well, there's like a waiting period for that, and like they'll make something up. Let's see if they responded, because they've been responding pretty quickly. But then I'll probably just be like, okay, well, yeah. So they said, all right, to be honest with you, I don't accept PayPal goods and services due to recent experience I had. It's really terrible, so I wouldn't want to go through that again because I'm still on it and my account is on a minus. So if you're getting tickets immediately, I would like to use a payment method that I should be able to receive your payment immediately. So there goes this whole thing. I just laughed to myself. So I was going to be snarky and say like good luck scamming other people, but I'm not going to do that. So delete. There's one active lottery going on right now that I know of. So fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. Look who I just ran into.
Are you recording?
We're vlogging.
Something funny, I say funny, but it really hasn't been funny, that's been happening, is this is just like a whole saga of my face and its dryness and my allergies. But my allergies actually haven't been bad, but like whenever my allergies are bad / like it's getting colder and drier, like my skin gets super dry, I have eczema, you know, the trifecta. So honestly, I feel like my allergies and like my skin had been worse probably like a couple weeks ago, but it still is going in waves at the moment. And on TikTok, everyone keeps talking about like having like eyebrow blindness or like tan blindness or like some other form of blindness. I must have allergy blindness, because in my mind, I go about my day thinking like, you know, I know my face is dry in certain spots and like I'm having a rough time, but like I haven't really thought it's been too bad recently, or at least it's been like, you know, I have always been under the impression that no one else has really been noticing it as much as I am. And I'm kind of learning that that's maybe not the case, because the amount of times in the past 3 weeks that I have been asked without like sniffling, I'm pretty sure it hasn't been sniffling, like I'm pretty sure just like from looking at me, people are like, do you have allergies? And then I'm like, yes, why are you asking me that? When I was at the DMV 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, getting my picture taken. So like my new driver's license, which I have it now, and like yes, you can tell my eyes are like super red, but I also feel like it's not like the best quality camera ever, so like I don't really care. And also like I needed a new license. But the person who was taking my photo was like, do you have allergies? And I was like, yes, okay, yes I do. And then someone yesterday asked me if I had allergies, and I'm just like, you guys, do not ask people this. Do you feel like this is a good question to ask? And like it's giving me flashbacks to like when I was younger. Like I said, I have eczema. It used to be like way worse. To be honest, it's not doing the hottest right now, just in general. But it was like worst on my feet and like my legs and my elbows. Honestly, still my elbows. And that's why like when I get asked the most about it, because people can notice it the most often. But being like a young child and people just being like, what's wrong with your skin? What's wrong? Like, I'm getting bad flashbacks. Anyways, so that's my little tangent regarding my dry skin, allergies, eczema. It's bothering me more than it's bothering anyone else. And if you are watching this and you noticed someone with something going on with their skin, just don't say anything. Simple as that.
Well, I guess I was just being summoned to Target. So I ran into my dad, obviously. I showed you guys a video of that. It's Halloween as we're recording this. I think I already mentioned that. So my dad was like, well, should I get you guys something? And I was like, for Halloween? He got Megan and I $10 Star Wars gift cards, which is nice. I did get 2 things from like the clothing athletic section, so I'll try those on when we get home and decide if I want to keep them or not. Also, weirdly enough, like I saw my dad. I'm pretty sure before I saw my dad, I might have seen Maggie's boyfriend Sam, but he was like way at like the far end, and he like turned and went to the food section, and I wasn't looking for food, so I didn't want to like follow potentially a random stranger and be like, are you Sam? So Maggie, if you're watching this and Sam was at Target on Halloween, I think I saw him. Yeah, weird. My dad literally never comes to Target, so it's like I turned the corner from the clothing section and then I saw my dad from behind, and I was like, then I did the opera thing where it's like, I was like, Dad. And I hate like trying to get people's attention in public that like I don't know if they can hear me. He didn't hear me, and there's like people that are like also like walking around, and I don't want to like be like, Dad, like double down. So then I'm like, haha, like speed walk a little bit, and he like kind of stopped to look at something, and I was like, Dad, and then he turned around and saw me. So funny little story. Now I'm going to go pick up Vegas, and then I'll head home, and I'll show you guys my Target finds. Picked up my daycare man. He looks tired. Walking awful slow there, buddy. This way. This way.
Alright, let's do a little haul of what I got. Saw this plain black tank top. It's padded, it's ribbed, and I just felt like it was very soft. Be good for lounging, working out. Just a basic top. Can't go wrong with it. Hopefully. And then the only other thing I got is this form-fitting 3/4 zip pullover. And I just thought it'd be cute for the fall time. Maybe I would wear it. I don't know if I'd wear it when I'm working out. I don't like to wear long sleeves that much, but like sometimes I go to the gym in the winter and it's cold and I'm like, I want something warmer that I could then also like take off if I needed to. So I could like layer it over some of my workout tops, and then like if I did get hot, then I could take it off. But that was cute, so I will try them on for you guys. I'll let you know if I think I'm gonna keep them or not. Okay, here's the tank top. I think I'm gonna keep it. I like how it fits. I like that it's cropped but not super cropped. I feel like I've been struggling with like when I'm working out. A lot of my tank tops are like cropped where it shows like more midriff than I want right now. So this should hit like right at the top of my legging line, and it's cute. It's comfortable. It's got the built-in sports bra, which is nice. So I'm gonna keep this one. I will try the pullover on. And here is the pullover. Hopefully you guys can see well enough with this all being dark. I like how it fits. It's pretty much the same cropping as the tank top. I think I'll keep it. I feel like I don't have anything quite like this. I feel like it'll be, like I said, good for that fall, winter time working out. So successful Target run. You guys, I am in the Ticketmaster queue. This is only thanks to a friend who let me borrow her login who actually was a verified fan account. Bad news, I mean, this is good news. It's good news I'm even in. Like, this is for face value prices, okay? It's like Ticketmaster, this is the legit stuff. I knew exactly, I didn't have her login in, so I probably could have gotten, if I would have asked for this person's login stuff first, I knew exactly when this queue opened because I'm notified with all my accounts that I have open right now that, like, I could have probably gotten in sooner, but we're here now. So I don't know if this will go anywhere, but it's the most exciting update I've had yet. So I will see how quickly or not this number's down. I am number 24,000 in the queue. So wish me luck. I also had thoughts that Ciera and I could go to dinner tonight, but if I'm sitting in this queue, then maybe not. I will text Maggie, but she has people coming to town this weekend, so I'm sure no matter what, she's going to be like, I simply cannot go. But it's an exciting update nonetheless. So we have unfortunate news. Megan was just kicked out of the queue. All the tickets have been sold. We made it down to like 9,000 though. Vegas is sleeping. He's so tired after daycare. We may be going somewhere for dinner. TBD, but we were waiting to see if we would get tickets or if we would get kicked out of the queue, and now we have been kicked out of the queue. So for what's probably going to be kind of like the last segment of the vlog, and just to keep things fun and lighthearted and manifest that we are going to the Eras Tour. Where was like the last update? You guys know the queue didn't work.
We went to dinner.
We talked it over. I think we're gonna go to Indianapolis, basically.
TBD, but like possibly.
But possibly. So, I mean, when this vlog goes up on Saturday, who knows, maybe we're on our way there. But, for fun, and, you know, in case we do decide to make it happen, we are gonna come up with maybe what we could wear to the Eras Tour
So we'll just, like,
on
pull
Saturday.
from the closet.
And this will just be like,
It's
no prep, whatever, because we didn't buy anything. So let's see what we can make happen, and we'll show you guys our thoughts. Unless I have something really good that I'm like, oh, like, let me try this on, I might just, like, show you some options that I'm piecing together. Ciera tried this on.
That's not happening.
It was like, we have a red dress, and she wanted to see if she can make it work as a skirt. The outfit that I, like, was like, oh, just, like, it kind of came to my mind prematurely, or, like, before I pulled stuff out. Let me show you. And I'm not sure, like, this would be, like, fearless, mostly, probably, but anyways, this black dress, this is from H&M with my Abercrombie denim jacket. And then, ideally, I would like to borrow maybe Maggie's red cowgirl boots. That would, I think, be a fun outfit. That's all I've really thought of right now, so let me keep piecing stuff together. Okay, here's an option I decided to try on. It would be Lover, I guess, just based off of, like, the red. The good news is I think it's, like, cute enough, and I want to be comfortable because I don't really know where we'll be at if we're trying to get tickets, but it's an option. You want to show yours? You look like you're going to a country concert.
No, I literally am like, this is a little...
Even if your nose isn't quite. This is like, you're going to a rodeo.
Yeah. This vest is from Altered State. Abercrombie black jeans. I don't know where these boots are from.
Me neither.
I mean, it's cute. I just don't know if it's quite,
It's, yeah.
you know, Eras Tour.
Okay. Look at how adorable he is.
He's so cute.
We've given up. Yeah, I have given up for the night as far as outfit stuff. If we do go, I'm sure I'll come up with something cute enough. Good enough. Anyway. Hopefully we would post on Instagram. Hope you guys enjoy the unedited day in the life. And ouch. And we will. Do we have anything else to say? We have a podcast called According To. It's available wherever podcasts are available. If you have any video ideas you want us to do in the future, drop them down below. Subscribe if you have not already. And we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.